Hi, Christine. Um, I'm hoping that by sending you a video and kind of showing you some things, it will make more sense than me trying to type them out. I so appreciate you sharing these observations and thoughts, and I'm sorry it's been frustrating. It shouldn't have been that long. Um, I do see one thing I probably should have explained, and so I truly apologize for this. It may have helped, and some things I think it's kind of like you said. We've used Word for so long, but we know the few things we use really well, and then we kind of ignore the rest. So I'm glad that maybe you found some new things and maybe some shortcuts. I know with the push to accessibility, the federal government has required, for example, like all higher ed materials have to be 100% accessible and compliant by next April. And my guess is that's going to trickle down into the K-12 world too. But things like styles and accessibility checks have become a new issue. So anyway, I'm rambling. I've got your messages on one screen and then I have your documents pulled up here. And the first thing I want to say, because you're probably looking at it going, why do you have my document pulled up twice? This one I have pulled up in Word on the web. I just pulled it straight out of this isn't your folder, but straight out of my Marshall waffle. I just went into Word and then opened your document that way. Darn it, now I lost it again. There it is. So this is the web-based version. This one I have here, I downloaded Word from Marshall, put it on my desktop, signed in with my Marshall credentials. And that's why your first couple comments about inserting the footer, the page numbers, inserting the text box, when you said that the directions are different, it's stupid. And I found it out accidentally myself, but the two menus are not the same. For example, if I go to the web-based version and go to insert and go to page numbers, this is probably what you saw, and you're like, well, that's not doing what I wanted. And so you probably went to, you said bottom right of each page. But on the desktop version, and again, don't ask me why, but when I go to insert page number, here's exactly what we were talking about. And that's when it says current position, plain number. And so the directions might be slightly off because they work differently. Text boxes, wrapping images, same idea. So that's something it did not occur to me to share. I'm really glad you pointed it out because it caught me before and I should have. So your picture is the same thing. When I click on it here, I know you said you were having trouble with it. When I go into the desktop version, you can see it pops up my alignment tool. And now I have more control about where it goes. So I think that's part of the problem is if you were in one versus the other. I think that explains the directions. But that tells me I need to go in and add a note for everyone. Hey, friends, when you go into this, know that it might be slightly different. You can still get the same effect, though. And what you have, by and large, looks good, other than some of the things you've asked about. In certain format and image, yeah, I think that was again. I think that was because of the difference in the two. You also asked about the text box. You noted that it seemed really large. I would agree. Sometimes it is. You are welcome to adjust that, and perhaps I need to. Not perhaps. I need to add that also in the instructions so that people know they can do that. I don't know. Oh, I shouldn't jack with your file. Hold on. Let me get out of there. I don't want to mess up your stuff. Um, I don't know that you did it, but I will make a comment that if some people chose to copy my text and paste it, which I get, it's a time saver and we're all busy. You just have to be really careful that you delete any unwanted returns or new lines because it will mess up the formatting. In a perfect world, this thing fits on exactly 2 pages. But I understand there's grace. So if you choose to adjust that, you are welcome to. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Final accessibility checker. All right, this one, well, I think you worked on the web. So let me use the web one. Oh, and it's in review, not. Check accessibility. Hard to read text. Oh, I was messing with it earlier. So, um, okay, so recheck. I was still thinking, sorry. When I was messing with it, I looked at it and it highlighted this. It said that this right here was its issue. So if you go in and change this to, I don't know, another dark blue or something, and again, I'll undo this so that you don't have it. But look, now all of a sudden it has changed. You just kind of have to watch. It will move to highlight what it thinks is wrong, but it can be tricky to see. So kind of poke around and see what's highlighted. But I am going to undo that so I am not messing in your own, in your file, you know. Although you're welcome to just do what I just did. Unwanted bullets next to using tech in the classroom. I think, okay, I'm not sure how you're looking at it. Here's my guess is you're seeing these things or some version of them, and they do look like those in the online version. And I could be wrong because I don't see any actual bullets on the screen. So the only thing I can think of are these little indicators. They're because we used the style headings or the styles, I'm sorry. So once we did these things, they automatically separate your paper into sections. And so I could just come here and collapse the text tips and collapse the digital tools and collapse, you know, any section I chose or reopen it. So same thing over here. My guess is that's what you see, and you really only see it when you mouse over it. It will not print out, so it's not a visible concern, if that helps. I think I hit most of your questions. If there's something I didn't explain or I could explain better, please help me. This was, I'm not saying please help me like it's your job, but please let me know so I can help you is really what I meant to say. I do think this assignment was new, and I think you are unintentionally working out some kinks because I worked through the tutorial to see if I could do it and it worked for me. But again, I did it in a desktop version and it was different. So I hope that helps. Sorry, I rambled a smidge. It's been the end of a long day. I thought summer was supposed to be easy. I hope your summer is being easy. But please let me know if you have questions. Thank you for working ahead. And I will probably use some of your guidance to make a quick video to share with students if that's okay with you. So thank you for giving me that heads up. I appreciate it. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Thank you. Let me know if you need me.